Alright, what's going on YouTube? And today we're here with a brand new video. Today we have the mock draft, my mock draft 1.0. It's currently about 5 to 6 weeks until the end of the season. I thought I'd go ahead and make my first mock draft now, as the end of the regular season is over, as Champs Week start this week, and then I'll make a mock draft at the end of Bowl Week, and then I'll make a mock draft at the end of the Combine. And then I'll make my final mock draft the day before the first day of the draft. So we're going to do a lot of mock drafts here. I'm only going to do the first round because it's hard to set up for other things. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first up, we got the Detroit Lions. I think they're going to go with best available, even though they could go with a quarterback and go somewhere like Sam Corral or Malik Willis. I think that they are going to go in the best available and go with the best player in the draft, which is Kayvon Thibodeaux, a junior from Oregon. He's an edge rusher. He's 6'5". He's 258. He is a dog coming off that edge. And, you know, they need everything. So we're going to take Kayvon Thibodeaux, the first pick. The second pick, we got the Houston Texans, and this is where I think the first quarterback goes at number 2. And I think that Houston's going to go with the best available quarterback, and in my opinion, the best quarterback in this draft in Matt Corral. A junior. I don't remember if it was junior or senior. A junior from Ole Miss. He's got a cannon of the arm. His pocket presence is like no other. And he is like a semi-Deshaun Watson, and I think that if Deshaun Watson does not play next season, Matt Corral might start over Tyrod Taylor and Davis Mills. So we're going to take Matt Corral at number 2. Number 3, we have the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now here I have an interesting pick. I think that they're going to go defensively because their offense, even though they need they have their future quarterback in Trevor Lawrence, they have their running back, and they have 2 receivers that are solid. I think they need help in the secondary, and they're going to take the safety from Notre Dame, Kyle Hamilton, the junior. This dude is an absolute dog. Beginning of the year, I thought he was the second best safety. He is proving me different. So we'll take Kyle Hamilton there. Now, the Jets do have back-to-back picks thanks to a former trade. Can you tell me what? No. Now, one thing I am going to do about this mock draft is it's going to be no trades. Everything's going to be straight up, and we'll do trades in future mock drafts. Here, I think that the Jets go with what they need, and they go with the second best edge rusher in Aiden Hutchinson, the senior. You saw him in the Ohio State-Michigan game. He had 3 total sacks. This guy is going to be a monster. He gives me Myles Garrett vibes, is like the best way to put it. So we'll take Aiden Hutchinson here. And with their next pick, they're going to go with a big offensive need, which is a tackle. So they're going to go with the junior from Alabama, who I think is the best offensive lineman in the draft, in Evan Neal. Alright, now we got the Giants back-to-back picks, and this is where I think that there's going to be a little bit of a theme, which is going to be the defensive draft this year. And I think that they're going to go with George Karlaftis, the junior from Purdue. This guy is a dog. It says he's a 4-star. He was a 4-star out of high school. This guy's. If Purdue, I think Purdue made a bowl game. I recommend watching the Purdue bowl game and watching out for George Karlaftis. This guy is good. And then with their second pick, I think they're gonna go with another need, which is offensive tackle. They have Akeem Agwanu or Iquanu higher than the guy I was gonna pick, which I'm still gonna pick, is Charles Cross, offensive tackle from Mississippi State. All right, now we have the Eagles back-to-back picks, and I think that this is where the first corner is going to go off the board. I know everyone thinks Derek Stingley is going to be taken early. I think he's going to drop to 8 and go into the hands of Philly. Him and, I think it's Darius Slay on the end, if I can remember correctly. Him and Darius Slay are, yeah. So we'll take Derek Stingley here, and with the second pick, I see them going with a interior D lineman in DeMarvin Leal. The only reason I say that is because I don't think they're going to go off the tackle here. I think they're going to go with DeMarvin Leal or Jordan Davis. I have them going DeMarvin Leal, though. Panthers. Now, I've talked to a few Panthers fans. By a few, I mean one, JoJo, about what he thinks the Panthers are going to... what he thinks the Panthers are going to need, and I agree with him that the offensive line is a big struggle, but I also think that they're going to go a different route. Personally, if this happens, I wouldn't be too mad at the Panthers for this. I don't think they're going to take Akeem Akwanu. I think they're going to take Jordan Davis from Georgia. So that's who I'm going to take. That's who I think they're going to take. Atlanta. This is where I see the first biggest surprise and the first biggest reach. I see Atlanta going Myjai Sanders. I see this being a reach because Myjai Sanders is, of course, a second-round pick, in my opinion, or a late first-rounder. But Atlanta is a team that I think Myjai Sanders can actually fit perfectly with. And as much as I'd love to say that they take him in the second round, I don't think so. I think that Myjai Sanders goes right here, and they're going to be surprised, and it's going to be a reach. But mark it now, I think Myjai Sanders is going to move up to this part. So I'm taking Myjai Sanders. Next up, we have the Vikings. So for the Vikings, I'm going to go with a special pick, which is a safety in Daxton Hill. I think Daxton Hill is a very underrated and not appreciated enough at Michigan. I'm going to tell you that if he makes the CFP, you're going to want to see him play. He is a dog, one of my favorite safeties in this draft. So I think they go Daxton Hill. They might go Jordan Battle. I think Daxton Hill's had a better season, is a better player, better in zone coverage. So we'll take Daxton Hill. Next up, we have the Saints. This is where our second quarterback's going to go, and I'm going Malik Willis for the Saints. He can work behind Simeon and Hill. He can learn how to scramble like Hill. I'm taking Malik Willis for this pick. For the Eagles' third pick, so far they've taken two defensive players. This is where I think they take their first offensive player, and I think that they take Akeem Ekwonu. I think that they're going to take an offensive tackle. Their offensive line is getting old. Their offensive line is decent, but not good enough. Browns. I don't know. The Browns are a weird team. Because I think they're going to go David Ajabu. But then I think they're going to go with Tyler Linderbaum. And then I think they're going to go with Devontae Wyatt. Or they're going to reach here, but this guy should be like a third-round pick. And then I think they're going to go Chris Olave. I don't know what the Browns are going to do. So I'm going to go with what I think the Browns should do. And do none of those. And take Devin Lloyd. I think the Browns should take Devin Lloyd. Linebacker from Utah. Devin Lloyd plays like Devin Bush. If you watch Devin Bush at Michigan, or if you watch Devin Bush at Pittsburgh, he plays like Devin Bush. And Devin Bush is, in my opinion, one of the top linebackers in the league. I don't think they're going to take Devin Lloyd right now, but I don't know who else to tell them to take, so I'm going to take Devin Lloyd here. Steelers, I think that they take Sam Howell. They take a quarterback. They set up a quarterback spot for when Big Ben retires, so they don't have to deal with Mason Rudolph. As you all know, I do not like Sam Howell. I don't think he's a top 5 quarterback in this draft. I barely think he's a top 10 quarterback in this draft. I don't like how he plays. I don't like his play style. I don't like anything about him. But it's Pittsburgh. They're probably going to take a quarterback here. I wouldn't be surprised. Denver. Everyone has them taking a quarterback. I think that they go best available, and they go with Chris Olave, wide receiver from Ohio State, who has dropped technically. But they got Cortland Sutton. They got Jerry Jeudy. I think Chris Olave will be that perfect 3 spot for them. And if it develops correctly, the only other person I could really see them taking without any issues is Trevor Penning or Trevor Linderbaum. But I'm going to say that they go Chris Olave. Next up, we have Las Vegas, and I think that this is the most easiest draft pick in my life. They need offensive linemen. They need an interior offensive lineman. I'm going with the best interior offensive lineman, which is Tyler Linderbaum. I don't care what people say about Kenyon Green. It's Tyler Linderbaum. It's Tyler Linderbaum. Straight up. It's Tyler Linderbaum. Next up, we have Washington, and I was kind of dreading this pick, but I kind of know what I want us to do. There's a position that we need more than anything, in my opinion, and that is a slot corner. I know it says we need receivers. We do need receivers, but I think receivers are very high this draft, that they're going to drop to the second round. And a safety would be nice, but I don't like... The only person I like is Jordan Battle, and I think we could get him in the second round. So I'm going to go with a position that I think we need badly, which is corner. And I honestly think we take the best corner, in my opinion, in this draft, or the second best corner, in my opinion, in this draft, in Ahmed Gardner. Khair Elam is a really good corner. I think Ahmed Gardner's better. What was it, like 1,300 snaps in college? He has not given up a single touchdown. Ahmed Gardner is locked down, and I think that if we can put him in the slot or put Kendall Fuller in the slot, we'd be fine. Next up, we have the Chargers. I think they're going to go with David Ajabu out of Michigan, another edge rusher. Michigan has one of the best defensive linemen this year, like, no doubt. But I think that they go... Oh, I didn't even hit that. I think they go David Ajabu, though. Miami, this is where I think Garrett Wilson goes. I think that there's going to be 4 receivers in the first round. We'll get to the other ones, and I think one of them might surprise you because everyone thinks he's a second-round pick. But I think Garrett Wilson goes here to Miami. He goes to match up with Jalen Waddle. And that's a deadly 1-2 combo in the future. Buffalo, I think that there's only one way they can go, which is an interior lineman. This is where I think Kenyon Green goes. Detroit, we've already covered one basis in Kayvon Thibodeau. We're going to cover their other basis in a quarterback, which is where I think Desmond Ridder goes here. Bengals, I am going to reach here with the Bengals and say that they go defense over offense. And they go with... Where is he? It's a quarter year. They go Khair Elam. I think they go Khair Elam. Cowboys. There's 2 ways this team can go. And I'm going with the first one I'm thinking. I think they're taking Treylon Burks. I think they're going to draft another receiver and keep stacking up that receiver core. Cooper, Gallup, Lamb, and Burks is going to be a deadly... I think they go receiver here. They've always been taking receivers. That's what I'm going with for now. Is Treylon Burks. KC, this is where I think another receiver goes, but this is my special receiver because for some reason KC's good at taking diamonds out of the rough. I think they go Jameson Williams. I don't think they go Jahan Dotson or Drake. I think they go Jameson Williams out of Alabama. Tennessee, I think that they cover their basis at linebacker. I think they go Nakobe Dean. And then Tampa Bay, I think they cover their biggest issues, which is their interior lineman. And, not interior lineman, interior D lineman, if I can get there. Darian Kinnard. I couldn't think of the guy's name. Patriots, I think they cover a wide receiver, and they go with Drake London. I think Jahan Dotson drops to the second round, personally. Packers, I think they cover a huge issue, which is offensive tackle, and I think they're going to skip over Trevor Penning and go to Nicholas Petit-Frere. Ravens, I think they are just going to do whatever they feel like it. I think they take Andrew Booth. I think they take a corner. And then for the Cardinals, I think they take... Honestly, I think they reach. And if they go with best available, which I'm also thinking, they're going to go with Jahan Dotson. I think they take Jaquan Brisker and take a safety. So that is my mock draft. Let's see what the Draft Network agrees with. What are they going to say? No. That is my mock draft at the moment. We're going to save it. Oh, I'm not going to save it right now. I'll save it when I turn my recording off. But that's my mock draft for right now. Let me know what you guys think down below. Hit the like button down below. Did I do your team dirty? Do you like what I did for your team? Who do you think your team should take? Comment that down below. Like button down below. Hit the sub. We are 20 subs away from 100 subs. And yeah, I appreciate you all. And I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.